Hey, it's Carl Kwan here. So in this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to start talking more about video content marketing and go over the content that I've created during the week and just share with you what the thought processes were behind creating that content, and also share with you maybe how that was created, why it was created, and then give you some action steps that you can take in creating your own content. And so hopefully what I share with you is going to help you to achieve that. All right, so let's get started right away. So this week I'm going to talk about how to stay on point when making your videos. So what did I create this week then? Let's get started there. So this week I created 2 pieces of content, and this is sort of my regular schedule. I'll have something for my presentation site and then something for EduTeach microphone company. All right, so what exactly was the purpose of each of those videos? So let's go back and have a look at the videos, and I can maybe explain a little bit what the purpose and the goal was behind those 2. So in this first one here with the presentations, the whole purpose was that I realized a lot of people always ask me questions about how do I engage my audience, how do I keep their attention, and so I wanted to just give people a really simple way to do that. And so the main purpose of this was to just educate people and show them that, okay, there is a really simple English expression, English question that we use that will really help engage your audience. And so I taught that in this video, and I made it as short as possible and as simple as possible. So that was the purpose and goal of that one. So for the EduTeach one, the purpose and the goal here was, again, just to deliver some educational content and help people who are struggling with making videos. So I know that there are a lot of people, a lot of vloggers out there who would love to, or potential vloggers, people who want to create content, but they're not too sure how to do it. They don't know how to get started. They think they need a lot of expensive camera equipment and microphones and what have you. But in reality, most people probably have a simple point and shoot camera. They probably have a smartphone of some sort. And all they really need is, one of our microphones to start making great videos. So if you check out this video here, you'll see that it's also done in a very simple manner just to show them, how they can use our mics and get great audio for their videos. So they're overcoming the challenge of, I need stuff, I need gear, I need to buy more things in order to get started. So I want to show people that they don't need that. So that was the purpose and goal for this video here. So moving right along to the challenge. Now the challenge isn't so much for the audience, it's a challenge for you as a content creator, as a content marketing guy, or even as a business owner and you're trying to make stuff. The biggest challenge is staying on point. How do you do that with these videos? Okay, so I have 3 action steps that I want to teach you guys to learn how to stay on point when making your videos. Now, number 1 is to keep in mind a 3-part structure for your videos. You want to have a really nice, simple introduction, maybe describing the problem or situation that you're going to deal with. Then a middle part, which is kind of like just, maybe your solution, how you can solve the problem, what it is that people can do, something like that. And then the ending is going to be your call to action, the conclusion. So wrapping everything up, maybe summarizing stuff, and then giving a call to action. So a very simple 3-part structure to keep in mind when you're making your videos. The second action step here is use simple tools and use the environment. If you look at the video for EduTeach, that one there was made up at Cypress Mountain here in West Vancouver when my kid was skiing, and I just happened to bring the equipment because I knew I'd be waiting there. So I brought the equipment. I knew the place was going to be bright. I knew it was the perfect environment to make that particular video. So, just use whatever you have. And most of that video was shot with a very simple Canon PowerShot camera, also because I wanted to teach people that, but whatever you have. So whether it's right now, for example, I'm using my computer and doing a screen capture video, or maybe it's my iPhone and I can maybe make a video with that. So use the simplest tools and use the environment. Of course, good lighting like I have now is really important, and also good audio. Anyway, number 3 is to edit without any mercy. Once you get your video made, you'll probably have some parts that you're not really happy with, and you'll probably want to edit those. And edit so that you're really being ruthless, I want to say, but you want to make sure that the point is getting across and that nothing else is kind of getting in there that makes people think, oh man, why doesn't this guy just get to the point? So really edit carefully and without any mercy. You can also do this in the preparation phase when you're writing your content. So you can write it and kind of go through it and think, okay, do I really need to say that? Is that really important to my audience? And if you kind of did the video where you just kind of talk, like in the EduTeach video where I'm up on the mountain, that one there, I made it, basically using the structure that I told you and using the environment, but I didn't really have it scripted out. So if you look at the editing files and the files of that in my video editor, there are tons of stuff, tons of scenes that I actually cut out, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I had that I really didn't need, and so I just hacked it all up and stuck that together to make that video. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this very first video of me kind of explaining the process. I've had other videos where I kind of just showed you with text examples at the beginning, but I've never really gone into more detail like this and kind of explained the what and the whys and the hows. So hopefully you enjoyed this, how to stay on point when making video. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below the video, or you can also email me at carl@carlkwan.com, or come visit my website and ask me for help if you need help with your videos. All right? Thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.